What's up, my friend?
Everything is good. Not as good as you are right now. You must be really just bursting at the seams because people are talking about your fiery attitude and what it has done for that program. And I'd like for you to talk about that fiery attitude that has gotten you to where you are in your team today.
Well, I think I tell Tiger all the time, man, when you're not the biggest guy in the room, you better be the toughest, you better be the hardest working guy. So, uh, it's funny, Jim, when I was a player, I was an offensive guy. But when you go to coaching, you quickly learn your teams better play defense and they better play with some toughness, or you're not going to win games. Probably working class family, father being a coach, the way I was raised.
And of course, this is all part of the process that you talk about all year long.
Absolutely. Winning is winning is just the result. You go way back to your playing days. There's, the reason you win are the things that people don't see, all the hard work that goes on when nobody else is watching, whether you're training in the dark by yourself, but all the tough practices as a team, all the things you go through and your commitment to those things. I call them the uncomfortable things that go into winning, and that's what the process is all about. And you got to pay that price. There's a price tag that goes with success.
And of course, it certainly paid off yesterday against Abilene Christian.
Well, as you know, buddy, yesterday we had it going. Our defense was great as it was against BYU, and when your defense is great, it takes the pressure off your offense. I really think that it helps our shooters when our defense is great because they can just freely flow. We can just play offense, and if we score, we score. If not, we'll just keep stopping them. We had a possession or first half yesterday, a time where we stopped the other team 13 straight times, which is unheard of.
Coaches, it's not just one player. It's the whole team because a lot of times people like to single out individuals, but with your squad, it's everybody.
Yeah, we're getting contributions from everywhere. Off our bench, Kenneth Nuba was huge in the BYU game, and he hasn't played much for us. A young player that started playing basketball really late in life from Nigeria. Is a great kid, but it just shows you got to keep working. You're only as strong as your weakest link as a team. So it's huge for us because there was times during the year where we couldn't win if Tiger Campbell didn't play well. When we lost Jalen Hill, Cody had to play well for us to win. And I think, after we had those losses, it's just taken us some time to get the other guys up to speed and really get our formula for success. But we've really been winning as a team.
Coach, do you have to kind of calm your guys down because I know how anxious they are to get back on the floor for the next game?
Yeah, they're excited. They're tired right now, Jim. So, 3 games in 5 days, with the travel. We feel like we've gone deeper in the tournament because we've played 3 instead of 2. But they're excited. You don't realize, as a coach, you're so into the business side of it and doing your job that they're just kids and they want to have fun. So you got to enjoy this. The older I get, you got to enjoy it with them. We got really, really good guys on this team. So I do think that they'll get anxious because our game not being till Sunday is a bit of an issue. I wish we played on Saturday, but it's going to be a long week trying to get ready for Alabama and being stuck in the hotel. So, we're trying to get them out of here, get a few fun things in them.
What do you know about Alabama? Because this could be a different kind of game, couldn't it?
Oh, Alabama's high octane, Jim. They're a high octane team. They can really, really get it going and burn the nets. They're a team that's had multiple games where they've made 14, 15 3-point shots in a game, and they can shoot it at every position, and they can shoot your lights out. I mean, they shoot it that good. We've dealt with that in our league with a team with that type of speed. I would say they're comparable to Oregon from the Pac-12 and how they play, who can shoot it all over and are very athletic. And Alabama, they rebound the ball better than Oregon. And so that's a big concern for me. Not only their shooting, which, we'll do a good job with that, I think, but their rebounding is probably going to be my biggest concern of limiting their shot attempts.
Coach, a lot of times when we watch the games, we see parents in the stands of players. But I'd like for you to talk about, who Pop's being there with you because, man, it must give you goosebumps when you look up there and see him and how excited he is.
Yeah, it's tough. I got to find him. They got him so far up there. With the way they're keeping everybody apart from us. But yeah, it's just great to see him. I haven't been able to hang out with my dad. For people out there that don't know, my dad was a great high school coach. In my 13 years at Cincinnati, he retired from his scouting director job with the Atlanta Braves and came to every practice for my last 7, 8 years. He was at every practice. He went on the road trip, sat with me on the plane. He was my roommate. I just put him in my room. So we did everything together. So, and it was tough for him when I came to LA, but he loves LA. He loves, Mike Warren and the guys have been so nice to him of the Bruins. So he missed coming out this year. So I hadn't seen him in a year. But now at least I can see him and wave to him and, see all my family from Cincinnati, just get a chance to say hi to him and wave to him.
It's really kind of amazing. I know sometimes you like to talk strategy with him as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's in our world of coaching, it's hard for us to have conversations about basketball with non-basketball people, right? It's almost like, like a scientist wouldn't want to have lunch with you and I. We wouldn't know what the heck he was talking about. It's when you sit around to somebody that knows how you think, and he can help maybe say one or two things that might even just help a kid with his free throw shooting that he may notice so I miss having him around, but that all stuff that is good, but just camaraderie and being able to be around your best friend who's your whole life, your dad, is something that's been tough. But hey man, a lot of people have had it rough out there with the virus, so I'm just happy that he beat the virus back in November.
Oh, that's wonderful. And of course, you and your team have learned a lot about each other because of the virus and everything that we're going through.
Yeah, they've had to come together. You're not around anybody else, so that's the one thing, the virus does bring you close together. Since we did come back in September, they missed each other for 6 months. But since then, we really haven't seen anybody else. And knock on wood, we haven't had a positive test on our team and our coaching staff. So we got to keep that rolling. The guys have really been committed. They've been great. You can see on our bench, too, when you watch us play, how much these guys really like each other and really care about each other.